All right. Welcome back to the TNEC cast. Your boy Shuff with my brother The Weapon K. TNEC cast episode 25. We keep rolling. We at a quarter century at the quarter century mark. we here, so it's all what our silver anniversary. Yes, it's silver. Yes, we have the silver anniversary. Again, the little housekeeping, like, comment, subscribe. Real quick before I toss it to the Weapon and see how he's feeling. Something that happened at the show that I wanted to say that we were talking about a little bit earlier. It was really cool to have people coming up to me and saying, "Hey, man, I really enjoyed what you and Kyrie are doing with the TNEC cast," and that was some validation for us. While we're not at the subscribers and not at the views that we would like to see at this point, hearing that makes it all worthwhile, because at the end of the day, we do this to help people and get our message out there. So when you got people that's coming up, there ain't no reason to come up to me and say anything, and they did. That was awesome. So please like, comment, subscribe, share, so we can keep giving you guys the good word. Okay, how you feeling?
I'm chilling. You already know that one. We are 4 weeks from the stage, and watching that super show got me fired. I watched the entire thing. I sat right here and watched the entire thing, and it got me motivated. It got me extremely motivated watching Courtney do classic, and watching you guys battle it out in men's physique, and then everyone else, man. So I'm ready. After that, I felt like Thanos getting up, and it was like, what's that scene from Age of Ultron? It was like, when you put on the Infinity Gauntlet, it was like, yep, I'll do it myself. I was ready. Yep, I was ready. So give us a recap on what happened, brother.
Oh, so a lot happened. I'm gonna try to be semi-brief. First and foremost, got to shout out Courtney, pro debut. So he just came over to the natural leagues. You know what I mean? So he won his pro card last month, came to his pro debut, won that out. Beautiful battle between him and my boy Matt. Matt, great guy, great competitor. He had been winning everything basically, and then Courtney came in. That was a hell of a battle. I wish they would have got to do a pose off, because that would have been really great to see. But Courtney, then DeJong, she got third in a crazy deep figure class. I mean, that was just awesome. I mean, the young lady that won, Olive, she's fantastic, but that was just a great battle, to watch. So, DeJong won some money again, so good for her. Men's physique, we have 4 people in it. We just had, the show was overall just a great experience. Everybody was better than they were the show before. You know what I mean? So that was just a beautiful thing to see. And then, we won the team award, which was unexpected, and that was awesome, and then I won the coach award, which, was, me. I mean, look, y'all hear me talk on here, but I'm actually very humble. I really don't like all that stuff. I like to put the attention on the team and the athletes and all that stuff. But it was humbling to hear some of the words that were said, about me and about what we're doing as a team in the movement. So, man, look, it was awesome. So we killed it. Now I'm off to Chicago to go rematch with my boy Tibbs, and it's actually turned into Bears versus Cowboys. We was talking.
Fuck, here we go.
Yeah, so, you already know. Hey, Pop, don't be mad, Pop. You know what it is.
Yeah, but where my Eagles?
But yeah, so I'm excited to do that, and then we got a lot of people. So then we have like for TNEC, we have a slight lull. You know what I'm saying? And we have opposing clinic coming up on the 14th in August, and then the Weapon. I'm not gonna say everything about what the Weapon is doing. Yeah, I know. We'll talk more about it offline. But yeah, we have opposing clinic coming up on 14th here in Dallas, and then the Weapon will be in Austin on the 21st. Then me and a few other teammates will be at the Legacy Classic on the 21st. So now, what are those things which I've been waiting for, the day that we're all at different shows and we get to FaceTime and say, what did you win? This is what we want, and everything like that. Also, okay, don't forget, we got to put one up on the counter. So now we're at. Oh, you already know.
As soon as he won, I put it up there.
So we're at 10. So we kicking off the year. So I'm gonna swing it back to Kay to kind of lay out what we're gonna talk about today. I'm really excited about this topic, by the way. So lay it out for him, okay?
So the topic that we got today is progression over perfection, right? It's very buzzwordy, right? But it does play a huge part in bodybuilding, right? So you constantly have to beat your next look. You constantly have to beat it. You constantly have to improve show after show after show after show, because you can never control who shows up to that show, right? So you have John Jewett. This is IFBB talk right here, 212. He goes to the gym I go to, and he came in. He looked absolutely shredded. He looked amazing, but he got fourth place. Keon came in and he won. He was kind of out of shape, whatever. Structure beautiful, but I was watching John Jewett's story, and he was like, yo, he had the biggest smile on his face. And me being, young and just like, I have to win everything, I didn't understand why he had a smile on his face. What are you smiling for? You got fourth. You know what I mean? You're an Olympian, bro. Like, you should be slaying. And he was like, as long as the judges, Steve was just like, yo, this is the best look you've ever had on stage. He was like, that was a big win for me. And that would kind of cause me to take a step back and ask Isaac, like, yo, man, are you beating all the versions of yourself that constantly go on stage? Are you consistently getting better? Because that's the one thing that you can control. So I asked him earlier today, and he was like, hell yeah, I get better. So what do you think about this progression over perfection?
Yeah, because, well, Kay hit on some great points, but part of the reason why we decided to talk about this was him asking me that, because, I'm the most recent one on stage, and I can look back and say that. And at the end of the day, as long as you're getting better, you can't control what the judges think. And then, as Kay said, you can't control who shows. So there's a lot of different things that go into it. So talking from my experience, I put a winning package up there. You know what I mean? And the way I say it, those guys that were up there, man, I have nothing but love and respect for those guys. And while obviously I'm disappointed I didn't win or didn't place higher, when you're in like just a solid, Kay can speak this, that was a solid lineup. Yeah. It wasn't like anybody stuck out as, oh, they're clearly the best, and nobody really was like, oh, well, what is he doing up there kind of thing. I say it's like the Olympic finals in the 100, minus a Usain Bolt 100. From first, everybody, it's a snap difference. You know what I mean? So now we got that placement. We saw where we were. Can't change nothing about that. Because I'm sure everybody's gonna pass their tests, because I know these guys. Everybody's gonna pass their tests, so nobody's gonna get moved up. So that being said, now I was like, okay, did you get better? Because that's something, as Kyrie said, you control that. That's you and your coach, and then with the plan, you executing the plan, and everything like that. So from the coaching standpoint, I'm gonna go to the lifestyle side and talk, because a lot of times, sometimes, you'll let the scale dictate, your progress. But then you forget, when you look back at your pictures over the last 12 weeks, you don't look like the same person. You may have only lost 5 or 10 pounds, but you've made progress every week. And then you got to think about how those pants fit different. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? How you go from every picture you were like this to now all of a sudden you're raising up. That's one of the biggest things that I love when I see people post and they say that the C word, confidence, how the confidence changed. Like that. I mean, you literally, you pay somebody to help you, but you can't put a price on that, man. Like that confidence. Because now, like I always tell people, like once you realize that the limits are only here in your mind, you start to realize what we're doing in our fitness world translates to what you're doing. Because I've had people that's worked with me that went after promotions they wouldn't have went after, and they went and got them. And I'm not trying to say it's because of me. What I'm saying is because they had that confidence to do it. It translates. So you have to keep getting better. And this is not bullshit. Really, truly get better every day. Sometimes getting better every day is just about decisions, where you've always been able to go 2 good days, where you didn't eat any sweets. Mm-hmm. Getting better every day is going that 3rd day. Sometimes that getting better, because we're not talking about leaps and bounds. That's the other thing. When we say progress over perfection, it's not about growing. You cannot grow leaps and bounds every day. Are you going to have some days where there's a huge jump? Of course, but just a little bit. And if you for example, You don't have somebody say, well, I only lost a pound. And I hate when people say that. I'm like, no, it's not only you. The goal was to lose something. You lost something.
Yeah.
If you can do that consistently for the next year, that's 52 pounds. Most people will be pretty damn happy with losing 52 pounds in a year that, you're in a weight loss cycle. So progress over perfection really means getting better every day. And it's always just because that's something that we talk about in the bodybuilding world, just a little bit every day, a little bit every day, because those like, Nip has said it, RIP. But the whole thing about people throwing bricks at you and then you use it to build, to build a wall. It's the same thing. Life is throwing these bricks at you because it's like sadness, depression, uh, unhappy with this, boom, 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 throwing all these. Take those things and you use that to build this. Where you look back, say, I overcame this, I overcame that, I overcame this, I overcame that, and you look back and see how far you came. Like that's one of the things as a coach, especially on the lifestyle side, that drives me crazy when people want to give up. And I'm like, so what I do whenever I see people are getting to that low spot, this is why it's important to take your progress pictures, take your week 1 picture with your last picture. I send it. It works 100% of the time. 100% of the time, they're like, oh, I'm like, yeah, exactly. So you can't stop. You've come this far. Why? Because like shit. Now again, bring it back to bodybuilding, and I'll throw it back to K. So like when I be wanting to, we all bodybuilders go through this. So if somebody, I'd never fit, they lying to you. I'm like, man, I know I can have that and I'll be fine. I know I can have that and I'll be fine. But I tell myself, no, I don't. And then that's like kind of like my reward. It's like when I'm looking back, I'm like, man, I'm so glad I didn't have that. You know what I mean? Because that's the same thing that people, because that's a choice and that's progress, not doing that. You know what I mean? So that's, on the lifestyle side, I want y'all to understand this. Progress is getting better every day. Getting better every day means just a little bit better. If you continue to get a little bit better when you look back, because that's the whole thing. You guys have heard me talk about this outside of the cast. I'm gonna say it here. Be like the Colorado River. The Colorado River is what created the Grand Canyon. That the Grand Canyon wasn't created in a day. It wasn't created in a year. It wasn't created in a century. That was ruthless, relentless consistency. The same thing every day. Just kept coming. Now, after all these centuries, you got millions of people every year to go see what ruthless, relentless consistency can do for you.
Dog, that was beautiful. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, man. Always whenever I say be like the Colorado, that's what I'm talking about. Just because, again, sorry, I know I'm supposed to toss it to you, but I was with a client this morning and I said to him, one of the things about bodybuilding, you have to have the discipline to do the same thing over and over and over. Because people are like, oh, can I switch that? No, you got to have that's where discipline comes in. Discipline's always, hey, just because we talk about discipline's never going to go away, folks. Don't even escape it. Well, part of that discipline is doing the same thing over and over and over and over. And guess what? And over. I can keep going, but what I'm saying is, and the reason why I said it so many times, because that's what it is. It gets mundane. But let me tell you what doesn't get mundane. Winning.
Facts.
Getting better. Because that was my getting better. Like knowing, like the compliments that I was getting, man, you look. I had so many people say, I have not seen you look this good. And it's people that don't got to. Everybody knows me. They know they don't got to come up and do that shit with me. And I appreciated that because I know where it came from. You know what I mean? So okay. Talk to us about actually. So I won't give away too much, but Kay is getting ready to do. We chase greatness. So if you ever see me comment on this stuff, he knows what I'm talking about. When I say, hey, we just out here chasing greatness. How does progress over perfection play into what you're doing, especially because now you're again jumping out of the comfort zone?
So you remember when I posted that the comparison, I think it was 6 weeks in between photos.
Yep.
In the very first one, I looked at those photos and I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to get on stage and embarrass myself. That was the first. I looked at it. I got done, and Kyle sent it to me. He was like, "Hey, this is what we need to work on." I saw this big ass mountain. And I was like, "No." I was like, "No, I will not." But I didn't say that out loud. That was that bitch voice. saying. So I was like, okay, let's go one more day, man. Let me just itch away at this thing. Maybe I just gotta pose a little different. I gotta do some more research. And it was just one thing after the other. Hey, looking up classic. Okay, different poses. You know what I mean? Of different. Forget about it. I was looking up classic poses. Hey, would this work on my physique? What about this? What about this? I have so much data on my phone of just pictures, just me posing, different poses, everything. Just because I was like, yo, I cannot get my ass whooped. And that's the thing. It's just like, I'm going up there, obviously to win. It would be great to win 2 championships rings in one event. That would be just nasty. But I'm going up there to challenge myself. I'm going up there to be like, okay, you're the giant killer in men's physique. What about classic? Try it. See what happens. And I'm not chasing perfection. I'm just trying to get better. And I actually learned this a couple weeks ago, and I've been sitting on this, so I'm a donate it to whoever needs to hear this. I operate on the statement: how dangerous can I be? How powerful can I become? Whenever you change that dialogue, it's like, what do I need to be in life? How dangerous of a human being can I be? And the most powerful act, the most dangerous thing you can do is be a man of your word. That was step 1. The rest is going to follow itself. But I operate on that statement. Whoever needs it, you can have it. You can put that on a t-shirt. Merry Christmas. You touched on something earlier with confidence. And it's crazy how once you develop a skill, whether that's discipline, grit, you get more confident. And confident is sexy. People start to notice. Doors start to open. People start being nicer to you. What? Just because you hold yourself to a different man. And that's where like the younger viewers need to, perk up your ears. Find something to be proud of yourself for. Whatever it is. You might be in middle school, high school. You might be the smartest guy in the class. People might bully you, calling you a nerd. But guess what? That's a skill that they wish they had.
And they're going to be working for you one day.
Yo, for real. Be confident in it. Own that shit. It's very important to be humble and have humility, but you cannot not own your shit. You have to own it. If you have it, you might as well flaunt it, G. Not screaming from the rooftops like, yo, I'm the smartest guy in the class, whatever. But yo, like, walk around with that, with your shoulders up, chest up, chin up. It's fucking go time. This is my arena. I own this. Another thing that
Did you write down what you're about to say?
This next one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, because I want to say something about confidence real fast.
Go for it.
I want you to lose your point. Because something that I always say. Because people are like, man, how are you so confident? Like, just as an athlete, as a coach, as a business person, how are you so confident? Hard work breeds confidence.
Bingo.
If you are doing the work and you are working hard, you will become confident, and it's a confidence that you can't. That shit stinks. Mm-hmm. That you smell that coming a mile away. Y'all see my T-walk. You can't do that if you're not confident.
Oh, I missed it, man.
No, you didn't.
I did, because it froze.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
I think it was right before, and it was just like, yo, are you kidding me?
Yeah. But so what I'm saying is like real talk. Because K, obviously I co-sign everything he just said, but man, if you want to be confident ain't fake it till you make it. Confident ain't just something that all of a sudden you are. Hard work breeds confidence. Understand that. Mm-hmm. Sorry, go to that next point.
The next point is which one do I want to talk about? Let's do compounding acts, right? So what I'm trying to do, because we obviously progression over perfection. I'm trying to learn Spanish. I think we talked about this before. I have not missed a day. I think I'm 64 days in or whatever, right? And I'm also reading the Bible every night. So I'm just knocking down a chapter every day. Because I know I can't sit down and read the Bible. I can't learn Spanish in one sitting. This is something that you're going to have to chip away slowly, slowly. And this is the same thing for lifestyle and diet. Yo, you can't just lose 50 pounds in one day, man. Mm-hmm. This is an everyday thing. You have to keep chipping away. Keep chipping away. You want to climb that mountain? You put one foot in front of the other. And eventually you get to the top. And then you're going to find another mountain. It's just, once again, it's just recycling discipline. Mm-hmm. Recycling discipline. Last one, internal talk. So what you just talked about, where you was just like I could have these M&Ms right now, and it would not affect how I look. I had that yesterday. And it was vicious. Ooh, man. Oh, man. It was like the end of Endgame in my head, dog. It was bad. But I had that internal dialogue of just like, bro, sit down. You know, you have to have that internal talk. We have that bitch voice in your head. You know, Andy Frisella coined it, the bitch voice. Tell that motherfucker to sit down. You got to overpower with something. Yo, just one more. Yo, I got to be the most shredded person on that stage. If I fuck this up, my progression halts right there. Oh, you think you perfect? And once again, once you think you are perfect, that progression stops. And then guess what? Like you nice with it, huh? And you're going to continuously lose. You're not going to go anywhere. But yeah, those are my 4 thoughts.
Nah, that was good because, you know, talk about that, that inner monologue. One, I thought everybody has that. I've learned over like the last year or two that not everybody has that, because I hear my thoughts and everything like that. So when they say, "Oh, that's not," I was like, "Huh?" but we all have that where, you know, as Kay said. And then the other thing, this is what I related to. Who remembers, you know what I'm saying, whether it be you shooting your last shot, you know, you outside shooting, playing basketball, or you're like, man, if I make this shot, I'm gonna win the lottery today, or things like that. You know, that's the same thing I'll be doing, because, you know, now at the level that I am and the level that I achieved to be, you know, it's like right now I feel like I'm knocking on the door of elite. I'm not quite there yet. I'm like, I have all the intent. I have all the things. I just need the placements now. Mm-hmm. I have a second, you know, I have a third. I have a bunch of top 5s. And so as a pro, but I don't have that win yet. You can't be elite without a win. Yeah. I accept that, because elite greatness, that's not for everybody. You gotta earn that shit. Understand that. So that's what I tell myself when I'm tempted to do some wild shit. You know what I mean? Because I know, because, you know, I run, and I'm willing to run and all that stuff. So I know I can have this. I'll just go run, because unlike some people, I will burn enough calories to burn that off. But then also, calories are indiscriminate. It may burn some fat. It may burn some muscle. I can't, you know, in our position, we can't afford to burn muscle. You know what I mean? So I say that to say, your why, and this goes to the lifestyle, what I always talk about, is your why strong enough to keep you from going in the fridge at 11 o'clock at night when coach ain't there, ain't nobody there, social media ain't there unless you're telling on yourself, ain't nobody there to, no, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Is your why, because that's where, kind of like, Kyrie talk about the bitch voice, your why has to be louder than that.
Yeah.
You're that because that's the only thing that's going to keep you on point. You see what I'm saying? So, understand, and that's, again, progress over perfection, because there's going to be a time. So normally you'd eat the whole cake. You only take a thing of the icing. I know it's like, damn, Isaac saying that as a coach. If I have a choice, I'll take you doing a finger of the icing versus, shoving your face like you normally would. Because now you did that, you feel bad, you went to bed, and guess what? You made progress. Mm-hmm. Because now hey, I only did this. Now I can stop myself from doing that. That's what we talk about, progress over perfection, because then you need your why. Your why is the only thing that can really, truly beat up your bitch voice. Because if you're why, this is the thing, like if you're why, because I was thinking about, Khloe Kardashian's Revenge Body show. And I'm like, man, so what happened? Because there's a lot of times them reveals didn't go the way they wanted them to go because they got the revenge. And it's like, now what?
Yeah.
They didn't even really get revenge. You know what I mean? And now they so that's what I'm saying. Your why has to be extremely strong. Now your why can change. Don't get me, because I mean, thankfully, while my why has evolved, it hasn't changed. So I'll kind of leave my thoughts on that.
I'm gonna tell Kyle that. I'm gonna text him in the morning. I'm gonna go get some cake.
Nah,
listen, no. Isaac said, hey, progression over perfection, coach. Oh man, but yeah, I appreciate you guys for stopping in this Tuesday. Hopefully, you guys get after for the rest of the week to set the tone. If you did gain something, share with a friend, like, comment, subscribe. We do this shit for the free. So hopefully you can subscribe. That's your way of paying us back, or just refer us to a friend. Until next time, we'll catch you later.
Speaking of referrals, one of my expedited team, her name is Missy Rodriguez. She referred her parents, so I said I was gonna try to curse less. So I hope I did. I know I did a little bit, but I hope I did a better job. You know what I mean? So I hope she to the end of this episode and see that I acknowledge what the conversation that we had. So I'm gonna sign off on that.
As I'm just like, bitch voice. You gotta listen to your inner bitch.
Hey, we did. Hey, Missy's parents, we did better, and we appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Got anything else, Isaac?
Nah, I'm good, man. I can't wait to represent for Dallas up in Chicago. You know, to turn into Bears versus Cowboys. So, you know, Cowboys all day. You know how we running over here.
Stop.
You know?
Okay. Are you going alone, or you compete with?
Yeah, I'm just rolling up there. You know what I mean? TNEC Chicago is going to be holding me down, but you know what I'm saying. The unfortunate reality is they're probably not Cowboys fans. So
yeah, nah.
I don't know. I want them to turn. I want my own people to turn on me. So, I'll say this. I got a little surprise up my sleeve. That's all I'll say.
Is it a custom jersey?
I got a little surprise up my sleeve.
Okay, all right, cool.
That's all I'll say.
All right, we out of here. Peace.
All right, peace.